we are looking at all the wrong things, we think something else is happening. We think because of the virus we are mentally disturbed. No. We are mentally disturbed. Virus is exposing you. Yes. Economic conditions are exposing you. The losses that we are facing, every one of us, is exposing you. It's not that suddenly you became like that. This may sound very cruel, but I want you to look at this properly. Because suddenly virus cannot cause psychological conditions in you. It needed some manure to flower, it is flowering now, unfortunately. So especially when we face hard times, all the more important that we remain balanced and focused on what matters to us. What really matters to us? I want you to understand the only thing that you have in your life is this life itself. Everything else is your imagination. Hello? The only real thing that you have is life. If you don't keep this well because something is not working, well, when we say economic conditions, yes, it's hard, not just for you, for everyone, including us. Isha Foundation is struggling because we have committed to various projects. We are committed to educate thousands of children, feed thousands of people, take care of their health, and there are river projects which we are committed to. But in the last few months, the revenue comes to zero. But we are still committed, so running around for the first time in my life, begging for money. So the difficulty is for everybody. The question is only how you handle it, that's all. That's all there is. Everything matters because we're alive, isn't it? Have you seen how dispassionate… Because many of you are Indian and you've always been fascinated by this detachment theory. Unfortunately, everybody accuses Krishna of such a thing. Not him, he won't say such things. Have you ever seen a dead body? Hello? You've seen, right? How involved and engaged they were in their little things about life. But then, the person is dead, lies there, completely detached. You bring his favorite food, you show a lot of money, you show him a heap of gold. Hello? Completely detached. You must understand this. This is the time when you're alive, which is not a very long time, believe me, unless you're miserable. This is the time for engagement, involvement. With what? First with this, that you're deeply involved with this life. You don't live casually, you live profoundly. When you live profoundly, all the other things are insignificant. If they are there, we will enjoy it. If they are not there, we enjoy their absence also. What's the problem? So, do not mistake one thing for the other. The real thing is life, everything else secondary. Is that so? But if you think wrong things are chasing you, at that moment it looks like it's the end of the world. and that moment could lead to terrible mental anxieties and unfortunately, in some cases, suicide. This happened. Shankaran Pillai was driving and he was not little conscious about the speedometer, so he's like lazily pushed the throttle and he was speeding. So police officer started chasing him. Then Shankaran Pillai drove faster and faster and faster. They went through a big chase. You've seen some of these real-life chases on the television. Like that, he went through all kinds of things and then he hit a pavement and stopped. The police officer came with his gun in his hand and everything. Then he looked at him and he said, what are you doing? What's your crime? Why are you going away like this? I followed you because your tail light, one of the tail lights were not working. I want to just tell you, why did you drive like this? Shankaran Pillai said, "Oh my God, shouldn't you have told me before?" Just a fortnight ago, my wife ran away with a cop. I thought you were chasing me to return my wife to me. I'm saying, don't imagine things. Most of human suffering, unfortunately, is in their memory and in their imagination, isn't it? What happened yesterday? Oh, poke yourself with that. A dead yesterday can poke you so hard means you have a serious problem. Very simple problem, but a serious problem because you don't understand how simple it is. And worse, things you're yet to happen, you imagine that this will happen, that will happen and poke yourself with that. That is like this Shankaran Pillai imagining the cop is coming to return something that he doesn't want. Don't do this to yourself. This is the time you must function most sensibly, in a stable, sensible, intelligent manner. All you have to do is hunker down, make yourself into a better human being. Because there's less to do. No society, no party, no something. All you have to do is sit down, meditate, look at yourself, keep yourself physically well, mentally well. Virus will dance for some time. By the time its dance is over, you must be ready for the big dance, isn't it? But if you're already beaten without doing anything, what is the point of that? Because I have nothing to do, I will beat myself. What is this? If you have nothing to do, you must become stronger and better, isn't it? Hello? So, it's extremely important as individual human beings, as societies, as nations, that we must take a vow that we will not allow a mental pandemic to happen to us. Hello? Well, the virus pandemic is happening, that is also in our hands, because statistics say it's 10% of the people who are giving it to 90% of the infected people right now. Those 10%, if we made them behave little more responsibly, there would be no pandemic. Still there is a virus, but it need not be a pandemic. It's a pandemic because this 10% of the people, they have no sense. Are you that 10% I'm looking? Hello? Are you the 10%? No. You should not be. That's a shame that human beings do not know how to function consciously. Let's make this happen, that in your life, for yourself as a person, your family, your friends and people around you, there should be no mental pandemic. Tell them all you have to do is learn to breathe properly within your mask. Please, if there are questions.